It's vital that the review of the Water Action Plan goes ahead as promised next year, and critically that it fixes the shortfall in the plan so that far more than 10 to 20% of our unhealthy waters are restored. And to do that, stronger additional measures are going to be needed. And so we're counting on the Minister and his team to stick to their commitment to implement additional measures where gaps are identified as soon as possible, and to only allow delays in the very strict conditions under which they're allowed by the Water Framework Directive. And these measures will need to include targeted catchment level measures for agriculture and forestry that take into account the very particular conditions and pressures on a catchment. For example, where free draining soil just can't support widespread, very intensive agriculture. We'll also need to include urgent acceleration of wastewater treatment beyond what's in the plan, in addition to measures to address the very particular pressures on our coast, such as fish farming. Swan will be keeping up the pressure for these additional measures to be brought in as soon as possible, and also keeping an eye on the sectoral action plans. So these are plans that each sector must produce, setting out how they're going to tackle the water degradation for which they are responsible. And the Water Action Plan itself relies heavily on these. And for them to be effective, they will need to include measures targeted to known impacts in catchments. What they must not be is a recycled list of initiatives and policies that the sector already has in place. And the development of catchment management plans is a great opportunity for the public to get involved in how their local river or the water body is managed. And if you're interested, you can contact your local community water officer, or feel free to get in touch with Swan and we can point you in the right direction. So Swan and our members are going to be working very hard to ensure that this Water Action Plan is a real ratcheting up of ambition and a driver for proper water protection and restoration. So if you'd like to hear more about our work and what you can do, sign up to our news updates.